Hello and welcome to the Mortal Kombat Minute, the podcast where we analyze, criticize, and memorialize the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, one oratorial minute at a time. I'm Phil Casper from philcasper.net.
I'm Spanish from GameFixShow.com.
And we have a special announcement to make. We have our first ever guest on the podcast. It took us 27 minutes to finally do it, but we got somebody in on here just crazy enough about this movie to talk about it with us. Our guest is MadMike 54 from Twitch. If you want to find him, he is a Mortal Kombat gaming streamer. And say hi, Mike.
What is up, everybody? How you doing?
Mike is a Mortal Kombat aficionado, I think is a good word for him. And
there we go.
I think the listeners are about to witness or at least listen to a treat.
Yes, indeed. Right? We are on.
Yeah. Aficionado. That's a big word.
Yeah,
another big word.
Not a lot of big words on the show. Well, not really, but yeah.
It's rare.
We'll go into it. We're gonna hear a lot of words soon because we are on minute number 27. Ooh. This minute starts with Shang Tsung approaching the throne for a speech, and it ends with Shang Tsung's ninja fighters pushing combatants out of the way to kind of clear some space.
Yeah. So as we start, we get a little bit of those drums at the beginning, you know, the Mortal Kombat, you know, you always get those it kind of hypes you up. I know, Phil, it hypes you up. I'm well aware.
Yes, it does. And
well, it definitely did hype us up. Like that music, the startup and everything, it's just like, oh, that atmosphere, the music, just like you feel like you're in part of the movie.
You're a part of it, right? Exactly.
You're in it now, and like at the very, very start of the minute, though, there's this hua. It's very subtle, but it's there. It's the first of two. The second one comes a little bit later, but that helps like kick this minute off.
Yes,
and we move into a close-up shot of Shang Tsung. Let me pronounce the name somewhat correctly. It's actually Shang
Tsung.
Shang Tsung. See?
Shang Tsung.
Yes, thank you, Mike. You backing me up on that. I appreciate that. I had to tell him that, and he was like, "Is it really?" I'm like, "Yes."
It's not Shang Tsung. It's Shang Tsung.
It's pronounced Shang Tsung in the movie, so that's how it was impressioned on me as like a little duckling whenever I first saw this.
It's like Ryu, but like what's the real pronunciation of the name?
Right, but
who knows
how I pronounce it? So forgive me if I mispronounce it going forward. But anyway, point is, close up on Shang Tsung, and he just looks so angry. He just has like
he's all business. He's all business. He stands there in front of him, and obviously all these people, they're still eating, you know, they're just enjoying their seafood. That pretty much
whatever the food it is on that table, it looks good, but just like everyone having a good time and everything. And all of a sudden,
and they don't know what's really going on yet, at least most of them.
Nobody until Shang Tsung walks in,
and then he has the line. I have a few. I'm not gonna read the line from front to back because I have a few things in between that we can talk about. So here we go. Let me get you at least the first line that he says. He says, "Welcome. You are here to compete in Mortal Kombat. Tomorrow morning, the great combat begins." And that's where I pause from his line because there's something I want to talk about. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
let's do it.
It shows a close up of Sonya. Okay, or Sonya, excuse me, and it shows her plate, and there's a reason. This is what I'm getting to, why I'm talking about, and hopefully Phil, I think you know what I'm talking about. If you notice what's on her plate, I can't really tell exactly what it is. The only thing I got out of it was a tomato, some cucumber, and maybe onions.
I never really paid attention.
Well, that's what we do here, Mike.
When you have 1 minute of footage to work with at a time, you pay attention to a lot more than you think.
Did you see that plate?
Oh yeah, I took note of the plate. Except good call on potentially the tomatoes.
Yeah,
but I thought maybe it was a red pepper of some sort that was sliced.
I could be talked into that.
You know, but also either it was cucumber or could have been like thinly sliced melon potentially.
Okay, sure.
It's like thin sliced melon or Squash.
There we go. Part of a balanced diet.
I could be talked into all of these. That's fine. That works cool with me. So as the line keeps going on, is there anything else you want to say about the plate itself?
Well, not necessarily the plate, but the drinking vessels. Next to it.
Oh yeah, they're just they're little like short little canisters. I don't even know what you want to call them.
I don't like the only other thing that I've seen that before was like with sake or something.
Okay.
I thought it would be like red wine.
Oh, could be
something. It could be
actually, but you know what? Phil saying sake actually makes me think, because even the glasses are small. Because sake usually, you drink it in a small glass, almost a shot glass looking type glass, if you will. So
it's a rice wine.
It's a rice wine. So I would go with that. I'm going with sake. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Sake. We'll take that.
We'll take that. Okay. All right. So the next line, he goes, some of you will even have the distinct honor, and I love the pause, and pleasure to face Prince Goro, our reigning champion. Okay. And now I got to pause it again.
Okay. Let me say something on that.
Please do.
Something on that. Okay. So the way how he said that, Shang Tsung's face when he said that, it's just like, oh, it looks so like evil. Like he wants somebody is like gonna die.
Yeah.
Yep. I paused it like at just the right moment when he was delivering have the distinct honor, because as he's saying that line, it looks like he has the biggest, like, are y'all familiar with that meme of like the old meme with the troll face?
Oh yeah.
It looks like he has that troll face on when he's about to say and pleasure.
Yes. And pleasure. Like this is gonna be good. Like that's, I feel like if he was going to laugh, we would get a type laugh. But yeah, whatever. Okay, so
all he does is he just make that face just
like
like.
Okay, so I paused it right there, and the reason I paused it is we finally got another close-up shot of Arlene. Because Arlene is obviously that made-up character. We don't really know who this is.
Okay, somebody brought this up on Twitter not too long ago, and like who in the world is Arlene? He's never made it to like any games or anything. No. He was just a made-up character. To me, he's kind of like a Street Fighter the movie. There's this character named Captain Sawada.
Yeah.
And basically, he's kind of pretty much the Sawada of the movie. Like, we don't know who this character is.
That's fair.
He's just there. That's it.
Which I think it's, if we're going to talk about that real quick, I think it's a lost opportunity for another Mortal Kombat character. I mean, they could have just put someone else in there. It would have been fine.
They could have just done something to Arlene. Like, he could have been like Johnny Cage's protege or something. Or
heck, Jax could have just jumped on the boat with Sonya at the beginning or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, he could have. He could have, but he just like, hey, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna fall back.
Well, the reason why I point out Arlene is because, well, it shows his plate too. And I noticed that there isn't anything on it. It's completely clean. It looks like they cleaned his dish and put it back in front of him.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In Arlene's defense, he did just sit down not too long before.
Well, they all sat down not too long ago.
They all sat down. They didn't like snatch anything off on that big plate.
Yeah, Sonya's got tomatoes, onions, whatever else, melons, whatever. What else do we say?
There was
potatoes.
I was gonna say turkey legs.
Turkey legs.
It looked like it was.
Well, no, actually, see, you're getting ahead of yourself. We'll see a turkey leg later in the movie.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm glad that you bring up Arlene though, because he looks like the most untroubled out of all the fighters.
He's cool as cucumber, man.
Absolutely no idea what's going. I think he just has no idea what's going on.
He's just there.
Arlene, the perfect saying for Arlene is he's cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. That's the Beastie Boys, by the way. So that is So that to me, that's exactly who he is. He's just kind of like, no big deal. Like all this stuff is going around him, but he's like, whatever.
I'm like, that's all. That's all right. It's like, okay, but when the tournament starts,
right?
You better get serious.
Okay, so anything else you want to talk about the plate?
Oh no.
Phil, you good?
No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, so the rest of the line keeps going. He goes, "You are all witnesses to one of the greatest turning points in history of your planet. Treasure these moments as if they were your last. And now for a taste of things to come." Of course, that is the big line of, one of the big lines of the movie. It has begun, obviously, is probably the bigger line, but yeah, for a taste of things to come.
But just those like lines would feel like
Right.
just feel like it's underrated, but it's this needs to be talked about.
It's a big deal. And then at that point, he does a little head nod, and then you get that you get the drums again.
Yeah, when he said all that stuff, and then he looks at the gooms and stuff, it's like do it. I'm like, yeah. So
happening?
like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you caught it during while he was saying for a taste of things to come. In the background there's that banner with some writing on it.
Please tell me, because
the writing the Chinese letter.
Yeah, please tell me, because I couldn't find it. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, same here. Like I couldn't point it. I couldn't like research like what does that mean? Like
my Google translating foo failed me.
I even asked somebody that speaks Japanese, and they didn't know.
Like
they were like, I don't know.
Just by the
like,
off chance that it might be also Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
and they were like,
the banner,
I'm guessing it's probably not Japanese.
It looks dope, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah. So obviously, so he gives the one nod, and that pretty much signals the lot of men, if you will, to come and kind of clean up after everybody quickly.
I think they're referred to as ninja fighters.
Of course they are. Why would
or ninja warriors?
Ninja,
I know it's dumb. It's dumb. I know.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. I thought there would be like minions or goons or something like that.
Banana like that, like that minion
or putties. I call them putties.
A quick little Mortal Kombat movie trivia here was that they were originally these ninja warriors were supposed to be Tarkatan warriors, like Baraka.
Yeah, Baraka.
Yeah,
but
that's too much makeup.
That's too much makeup. That's too much makeup. Too much.
It's too much time to do the makeup of all the ninja warriors. So so
for budgetary reasons, we're just gonna have them with, instead of Baraka, we get baklava or balaclava. That's it.
Baklava.
I like it. I like
balaclavas.
Well,
although maybe they did have baklava.
They
as
could.
a dessert.
So right before the head nod, I do want to point out that they showed a sculpture, a close-up of a sculpture, and it turns out that it is Reptile again. I never noticed it before, but if you watch that scene again, you will see the statue of Reptile right on the left side of the screen as the fighters, or whatever you want to call them, approach the tables.
Is it on Sub-Zero's side, or
it's on Sub-Zero's side?
It's on Sub-Zero's side. Yeah, because I remember seeing that and stuff like before, later on, Reptile being like revealed. But that certain statue right there, like we don't know like that was gonna show up later on. But I didn't notice that like when they show both sides with Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They were on both sides. At first, I thought they were like switching scenes and stuff to where like Scorpion and Sub-Zero are all on the same spot.
Yeah.
They just changed from Sub-Zero to Scorpion, but I didn't realize they're on both sides, like in the place. I was like, oh, I had to like look at it. I was like, wait a minute. Why is there like why is Scorpion and Sub-Zero in the same spot? But then it turns out it was like they're on both sides. That's why I saw Shang Tsung was like head nodding on both sides.
Both of them, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So I cleared it up. Yeah. So it makes sense.
And then we start hearing like this rabble as the fighters start going down and clearing out. Starting to shove.
I love the hey man, stop! No, hey man.
Oh yeah, when they were like, when all the ninja guys, they just came and just like flipping the table of the food. It was like, why? Like, it was a good looking food.
Yeah,
like, why like the food is so good, but y'all just like no, move out the way. We're doing a demonstration. It's like y'all so rude.
Okay. So I mean that pretty much takes us to the end. Phil, is there anything else you want to say? Because I'm not going to count how many people are in this scene. I refuse. So there you have it. There's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is all that I have.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
MadMike, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at twitch.tv/MadMike54 or follow me on Twitter, MikeJones_Mad. Same as Instagram, MikeJones_Mad, and that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Well, and that brings us to a conclusion of this minute. Thanks so much for listening. Once again, I'm Phil.
I'm Spanish.
And I'm MadMike.
And we'll see you next time on the Mortal Kombat Minute.